The never-ending dark tunnel. It was the house. I bought it because it was cheap. Too cheap. I didn't even question it. The old man, his eyes were tired like he'd seen too much, and there was that strange warning. Never go into the basement. I thought it was just one of those odd things old people say. Something about the way he handed me the keys, though, like he was giving me a curse. The house was cold. Not just temperature, but cold. Empty. I kept hearing the groan of the floorboards, and I kept thinking it was my imagination. But it wasn't. It was like the house had its own heartbeat. I started unpacking. Everything seemed fine. Well, as fine as it could be for a place that felt like it was holding its breath. The old man's warning was still in my head, nagging me. I was curious. I had to know. Why was the basement so dangerous? Was there something hidden? And then I found it. The hatch, under a rug. It was just there. It didn't seem like it belonged. I thought maybe, just maybe, it was a forgotten storage space. But the way it was hidden, it felt like a secret, like it wasn't supposed to be found. I opened it. The stairs went down. It was dark. Why did I think it was okay to go down there? I didn't. I was scared, but I had to see. I had to know what was down there. Maybe there was something valuable. Maybe it was nothing. But curiosity, it's a powerful thing. It drives you to do things you wouldn't normally do. I descended. Each step was colder. The air grew thicker. It felt like it was squeezing me. I held the flashlight, but its beam seemed weak, flickering. I thought it was just old. The tunnel was wide, stone walls damp and cold, and there was no end in sight. I should have turned back, but I didn't. I kept going. Why didn't I turn back? What made me think there was an end? I kept walking. It felt like time was stretching. My watch wasn't working. Was it broken? Had I been walking for minutes? Hours? I had no idea. The tunnel was endless. It felt like it was alive. It pulsed with each step I took. The whispers started then, soft at first. My name. Jacob. I thought I was hearing things. I stopped. There was nothing. Only the darkness and the cold. I called out, "Hello?" Nothing. I tried to reassure myself. It was just my mind playing tricks. But the whispers kept coming. Louder. I tried to focus on my breathing. I needed to stay calm. But the whispers, they were taunting me. They were saying my name, repeating it. It felt like a mockery. I couldn't see anyone. I couldn't hear anyone. Just my footsteps, my breathing, and the whispers. The tunnel never changed. It was the same stone, the same darkness. Doors began to appear, wooden, old, weathered. I thought maybe it was a sign, a way out. But every time I reached for a door, it led me back to the tunnel. It was a trick, a cruel joke, a maze with no exit. What was happening to me? I felt disoriented. My legs were sore. My mind was unraveling. The doors, the whispers, they were getting to me. I started to question if I was real. If this was real, was this a dream? Am I dreaming? Number. It felt too real. I felt every ache, every chill. My flashlight flickered more. I had to keep moving. If I stopped, I'd be lost in the dark. I couldn't bear to think about what was in the dark. The tunnel seemed to stretch on forever. My feet moved on their own. I tried to stop, but I couldn't. I realized I was trapped. I was in the tunnel, and the tunnel was in me. The endless walk was my only reality. The house, the hatch, the basement, it was all just a way to trap me. I saw myself in the darkness, my reflection, but it wasn't me. It was distorted, twisted, smiling at me. It knew. I knew I was lost. I tried to run, but the reflection followed. Always behind, always just out of reach. I knew then. There was no escape. The tunnel wasn't a place. It was a state of mind. I was trapped in my creation, walking through my fear. There was no end because there never was an end. The tunnel was a prison. I kept walking. There was nothing else to do. I had to accept it. The endless walk was my reality. The tunnel was a loop I created, a loop I couldn't break free from. My mind, my fear, they were the walls, the whispers, The doors, they were my illusions. The walk would never end.